Today, I'm gonna take you along real quick and we're gonna do a pantry, fridge, freezer tour. I did not prep for this video. Like, my fridge isn't super tidy and organized. I didn't hide anything away or anything like that. So I'm gonna explain everything I have, why I have it, and kind of how I feel about having it. I am trying to get our home geared towards more ingredients and less towards snackies and prepackaged food. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I'm gonna take you along to check out what I actually have in my fridge, freezer, pantry. I would like to start a pantry challenge here in the near future, probably the month of December, maybe going into the new year. And we're gonna try to tighten up that grocery budget even more than we already are. So let's jump right into the tour. Alrighty, let's go ahead and kick it off with the dry goods in my pantry, or we'll say first pantry, I guess. So we have animal crackers and then a backup from Sam's Club. Pretzels, those are the Rice Krispies type cereal. My kids eat them plain, or we will actually make Rice Krispies sometimes. I believe the purple bag is pecans. Then we have like fried onions for green bean casserole and croutons. We do like our salads. Moving down, we've got store-bought popcorn, applesauce cups for lunch boxes, peanuts that we randomly got somewhere. Need to eat those up at maybe a park or something where we can throw the shells down. Rice cakes, we don't typically buy those, but my daughter wanted to give those a go again this week, so we'll put peanut butter on those. The toasted peanut butter crackers, Grandpa introduced these to the grandkids, and honestly, I've got a picky eater, so sometimes these do go in the lunchbox. They are not eaten at home. The chewy dipped, those are for me as my like sweet treat. Don't normally buy those, but I did splurge on those recently. We have 2 boxes of the green crackers. I do those with cheese often. Graham crackers, I think we have 2 boxes of those because we went camping recently and did s'mores. Little open crackers there. Over here is my mess of bread. I've got like 2 loaves of bread, some hamburger buns, hot dog buns, all shoved in there. Then right here, this is the Halloween snackies to go in the lunchbox. So some of these are like pretzels. Some of these are little 2 packs of Oreos, Rice Krispies. Those are, again, I pulled them out of their trick-or-treat bags for lunchboxes. We got some hard taco shells and a bunch of different marshmallows. Again, we got on a Rice Krispie kick and then we did s'mores. So we kind of have an abundance of marshmallows. Moving on down, we're getting into baking. So that's a whole row of salt and then baking powder and baking soda with backups behind it. Things like cornstarch, apple cider vinegar, vanilla. I think we got like some distilled vinegar maybe back there, chia seeds, honey, peanuts. Back there, we have peanut powder and then peanut butter. Moving down another row, we have powdered sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, flour with an almond flour sneaking right there, chocolate chips with some backups, and then oats for oatmeal and peanut butter balls. Bottom shelf, we have canned goods. So I got like tomato paste and tomato sauce, water chestnuts, sliced water chestnuts. Those are for a dish I make for parties, and we're coming into party season. Corn, somebody help me put this away. We got artichokes, cream of mushroom, peas, some sort of a spread that I got, I think as a wedding favor, chicken broth, and some jello and pudding. And then over here on the door, we have a little caddy, and it's got regular potatoes, like russet potatoes, purple onions, or red onions, we call them purple onions in our house, and then yellow potatoes. Then we have this pantry over here. This has more of my backup items. We got seasoning, spices, like jars that aren't open. When these get open, they obviously go in the fridge. So things like salad dressing and salsa and tomato sauce, ketchup, syrup. Like I think there's some protein powder back there and coconut oil, just kind of some random stuff. Below that, we have this cabinet with, again, a little more backups. We've got more of those toasty crackers, some queso there, applesauce, ramen, some mac and cheese, some random desserts there. Then we get into chips. This is the chip section with some pretzels there, some veggie straws. We need to cut back on our chip purchases. Honestly, that's probably our bad spot in the budget. And then we do lunchbox shelf for handy access. And pasta. So we've got like the shells, the penne. We have some like easy mac and cheeses that are ready to go. These are cheese sauces to do with like the shells to make our own Velveeta. Fettuccine and spaghetti. Some egg noodles, some elbow noodles, some rice, and instant potatoes. Some of those have backups behind them, as well as Back there, there is some orzo. I do believe that is. So a little bit of backup behind these items, but that is the pasta area. Kind of a random spot here, but we just have our oils. And then this is homegrown popcorn in the milk jug. We hopefully will grow some more next year. And then over here, we have our Country Time lemonade mix, coffee, and then there is some alcohol back there. Doesn't get touched very often, but it's there. Next, let's take a look at the fresh produce we have sitting out. So we've got like 3 bunches of bananas. We've been on a banana kick, red pepper, some avocados. I think there's 6 little ones in here. And then we have some jalapenos. We actually got 6 of them at a local farm. I think this bag might be empty. Yeah, that's just an empty baggie. So that's what we have going on the countertop. I just went grocery shopping yesterday. So this is actually kind of a full house of groceries. There's a few things I still could use here and there, but overall, this is us fairly stocked. Let's go ahead and move into the fridge. All right, so let's just open it up and get to it. Again, I did not prep for this. So country crock, yogurt, tons of sticks of butter and cream cheese because winter's coming, fall parties. I just want to be stocked up. Block of cheese, probably will shred for cheese ball. Some Colby, more cream cheese back there. This is a large thing of like slices of cheese. Looks like this from Sam's Club. We just keep it bagged up and tight to make it last longer. These are just all cheeses. I'm not going to go through every single one. I know that big one, there's mozzarella for pizza. That one's like Mexican. And then we have Parmesan. Those are the 3 main cheeses I buy. Down here, we go through red onions like nobody's business. So those are pre-chopped. We got some salami, some pepperoni, some hot dog. This is leftover sausage, peanut butter balls. Huge kick in our family right now. Chocolate chip peanut butter balls. Homemade mac and cheese for my dairy-free kid. Back there, we got some sliced cheese. And then I believe in that red container, there is a chicken breast left over. A couple of juices we actually got from trick-or-treating. Heavy whipping cream, sour cream. It's a little crowded right here. Let's see. We got a bag with chicken breast in it. We got some beef for tacos tonight. We have more mac and cheese there. Salsa, regular milk, lemonade. Let's move that out of the way for a second. More heavy cream, jam, red sauce for pizza. We got yeast, we got garlic, we got mayo, we got eggs, and we got almond milk again for my dairy-free kid. We have a ton of eggs. I stocked up because, again, cookie season, winter, it is coming. In this drawer, we got some grapes that are on their last life, pudding cup, blueberries, strawberries that are cut, and then we have yogurts or go-gurts in the back. I never used to buy these. Then I started packing more lunches, and now they get bought. I used to not do a lot of prepackaged. The lunch packing is definitely messing me up on that trend. On this other side, I've got some Brussels sprouts that probably aren't good anymore, honestly. We'll see. Strawberries yet to be cut. On this door, we have cheese sticks and the Parmesan. We have our sauces and our dressings. Okay. Then on this door, it's kind of a confusing door. There's like a double side to it. We got our restaurant stuff. Again, seasonings, spices, sauces, some water bottles, ketchup, dairy-free cheese. Let me pop this fridge open and you can see this view of it. So again, dressings, things like that. This butter is dairy-free. This cheese is dairy-free. And then just some Worcester sauce. So I believe that is the fridge. Next, let's jump into the freezer. So this is my main freezer in the kitchen. We have a bunch of pre-cooked chicken that is shredded. It's kind of fallen over. And then we have one thing of beef that's pre-cooked as well. This is chicken broth. I use old yogurt containers because I like how tall they are. I feel like they work better than, say, like this one, which is a little shorter. This has cheese to put on pizza. As I get more yogurts, I'm going to transfer items into more of these. Cherry tomatoes that are already cut up from the summertime. These are going to go on my pizza. And then we have bacon grease. I freeze it and it goes in my cast iron skillet and yeah, works great. This is like a garlic and herb type butter for rolls. More tomatoes because I have more than what would fit in my container. Spinach for pizza. This is tomato paste for when I make rice and I just want a little bit. I don't need a whole can. And more tomatoes. I think that's the top shelf. Bottom shelf. These are compost. I throw this stuff in the compost outside. It is eggshells and peels. So both those containers are compost and that's just all ice and ice blocks. Down here, I have some bread. This is being saved to make like breadcrumbs. Pizza rolls, those have been here forever. I never use them. They're more of my husband. If he works from home, he's desperate for food. This is slices of chicken for like salad to thaw. We got some nuggies. Those have been in here forever. This is my bacon bag. I'll make bacon and freeze it. Again, for toppings. Strawberries for smoothies. This is the smoothie bag with leftover fruit. This is a chicken and cheese mixture that I stuff in crescent rolls. I made too much when I made it, so I froze it. So next time I will have the filling ready to go. And I think that is it for this freezer. So that's it for the kitchen fridge. I am blessed to have a second fridge in my laundry room. Let's see what's in here. A couple beers. Those were left over from a party. I think like 7 or so pounds of bacon. Again, I use bacon for a appetizer dish that I take to a lot of parties, and we're getting into party season. Our butter in the main fridge is getting low, so that's why I have this backup one. And then more yogurts to put in the other fridge. They just need to be moved. Otherwise, this fridge right now sits pretty empty. I don't overbuy. I love being stocked on items, but I also don't want things to go bad. My mom ran a daycare, so I was used to having an abundance of food in the house. So it's kind of a tricky thing for me to navigate. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this fridge drawer here. Okay, that's just alcohol. It just sits there. But now we have flour, and flour. So this flour was on sale, so I bought a bunch of it. I was like, why not? Put it in here. It's supposed to be good to put it in the freezer or fridge to kill like any mites or anything that could be in your flour. So it's chilling in here until I need to refill my container in the pantry. And then this freezer, let's see, up top here, we've got a lot of freezer blocks, and then I put some chicken breast in here. Then we have some crescent rolls that unfortunately when I made them, I kind of overdid them a little bit, so that was a bummer. We have more bacon grease chilling in here. And then we have some bulk like meat that I've frozen. We've got some sausage under there. That is disgusting. We've been needing to use it up. Pork chops. Snickerdoodle cookie dough. I need to make some chocolate chip cookie dough, but sometimes I get tempted to eat it. More crescent rolls. Again, I kind of burned them, so I'm really bummed about that. Like I said, bacon grease. This is a mixture of beef and turkey to make meatloaf and try to make it a little more affordable. Ground beef, I believe ground beef. More strawberries for smoothie. Some pork chops, hamburgers, more flour. And I think that might be it. I don't think there's anything under there. Oh, and then in this section right here, I have some more mozzarella cheese for pizza. I will cut these up into cubes and put them in that green container that I had in the main freezer. So I believe that is it on food that we have in our home right now. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed that tour of the food I actually have in my home. This is just me showing you what a real person has, not a super rich influencer, also not somebody that's trying to be super broke on like buying a bunch of prepackaged foods, somebody that's trying not to do too much that's processed and trying to do more whole foods, but also isn't the best at doing it, okay? I'm not the best cook, chef, whatever. I'm doing my best, learning along the way. I hope this makes you feel maybe a little better in your progress on your cooking journey and your purchasing of food for your family. All right, I hope to see you soon in some pantry challenges. Until then, have a great day.